All right, now that we have our perfectly square plane, let me introduce you to a fancy new Maya window you're sure to fall in love with. It's the Hypershade. Now it's up here under Window, Rendering Editors, and Hypershade. And you should ask yourself, why is it under Rendering Editors? Anything basically that's outside of the fundamental geometry of the object, and geometry is, in terms of polygons, we're always talking about vertices, edges, and planes. Anything outside of that is basically considered rendering. So lights and materials are considered rendering. So we'll go up here to Window, Rendering Editors, Hypershade, and we should have a brand new window pop up here in a second. It's thinking about it. And there we go. It's called the Hypershade. I'm going to temporarily just hit the green button here to maximize the window. So we're just looking at the Hypershade now. So you get this vast list of materials. This is under the Create tab. You can make tons of different materials here. You got lots of buttons up here, a whole menu set, and then we've got all these tabs here. So it's a very complicated, crazy space. You can spend many years digging around in this. But what I want to call your attention to is just this basic layout, and just so you don't freak out when you see it for the first time. And I want to call your attention to these three boxes up here. Now these are the three default materials in the scene. And I just want to throw this out there that you should really never mess with these and just ignore them. And I wish they were just called default, but that'd be too simple. So again, Maya is snooty, so it assumes that you know better than to touch these things. And so their names are Lambert 1, Particle Cloud 1, and Shader Glow 1. So you really just shouldn't deal with these things. Just leave them there. Leave them be. All right, and so that's the Hypershade. And the Hypershade is where you can actually create things that are related to rendering or shading, as it's called. You can create lights, you can create cameras, textures, materials, all kinds of good stuff. So we'll deal with that in more detail as we go.